Hope you're all having some good weekend rides, learning how to wheelie and running from the police. No, don't do that. Just kidding. So I think we're going to take a quick ride into town, down into Lone Pine. I'm way up here in the desert by Mount Whitney, and there's, on the way to town, you can go partial dirt roads and partial paved roads. It's pretty fun. Get the best of both worlds. And if you are, if you got a full charge, which I do, we should make it. We live in the Alabama Hills, and it's not Alabama, it's California, and this is where they shoot, like, you know, they've been shooting movies here since Westerns and The Gang of Den and Tremors. What else was here? Iron Man. So it's an ideal place to shoot. Very little aircraft comes through. You know, something I've realized about the Sur-Ron is if you're really cooking, and I'm talking with, you know, a stock setup, but if you're really cooking like up hills and things and really, you know, just on the throttle a lot, that little double connector with the two round holes that hits the battery, that gets fused on there. Does that happen to you guys too? Because that's been happening to me for the last few days, and I think I need to pick up some electrical contact grease. God, right. Yeah, I just went through a cloud of gnats, and I don't have them. Jesus, again. I just hit 3 clouds of gnats, and I don't have my goggles on. Luckily, none of them went in my mouth. So this is my ride to the store when I need to go pick up beer or more gnats, beer or whatever from the store, food. This is the route to get to the market. Pretty lucky to live in such a pretty place like this. So anytime you go out for a ride, it's going to be a good time. You know, we're gonna come back here one day soon and make a video of this run. Not exactly where we're gonna go right now, but further through this run, there is a spot where, it's kind of gnarly. There's I think it's where everybody like puts their dead cattle. They put them out there if they die of natural causes, and they let the wild animals come and pick at them, and that does the job. They get rid of them that way, and you know, it's that circle of life stuff. And then if they have a animal that they have to call out a vet and have a vet put them down chemically, then they can't dump them out there. They have to bury them so the animals and the birds don't eat them and get sick or die from that medicine. I don't know if this exists. If this exists, somebody tell me about it, because I have yet to see it. But I feel like it'd be kind of nice to have like a heads-up display in your helmet, so you can monitor when you're shooting and you're riding around, so you don't have to rely on your phone on your handlebars, which is what I've been doing. There's some sort of little heads-up display you can see that way. So you don't have to take the dirt when you go to town. Oh, I've definitely got a bug crawling around in my helmet, in my ear. Man, that sucks. Oh my God. Get out of my ear. Wow. That's not good. So this is our town. This is Lone Pine. The restaurant situation is bleak. We have, you know, a bunch of local places, but I honestly haven't found anything in town food-wise that I like. So I just don't go. We cook everything ourselves. We have a big garden and all that, so it makes it easy. But 2 towns up, we have Copper Top Barbecue, and it's amazing barbecue. It's been voted #1 in all of the US, which is pretty neat. So that is the extent of our town. It's pretty small. We do have a skate park. This is the Western Movie Museum, the film museum. This is one of those new Corvettes. Man, Chevy really dropped the ball on that one, didn't they? like they almost got it right, but they used old motor technology, which if you're gonna go, build a whole new version of a Corvette. Here's our charging station, our EV charging station, Teslas. So it's nice to have this. We have 2 Teslas in the family, so those are normally down here charging. There was one dude that lives here that built his own e-bike, and that thing cooked, man. It was so fast. He wasn't able to drive his truck for a while, and he's an electrician, so he just built an e-bike, and it was awesome. He did a great job. I haven't seen him riding it for a while because he got another truck. But I haven't seen anyone else with e-bikes here, except for people that are coming to go camping. Down this road is where we go to dump all of our trash, because we don't have trash trucks over here to come pick up our cans, so we load them all up in the back of the truck once a week and drive all of our stuff to the dump. Speed limit through town is 25, and a lot of people don't pay attention, and this town makes a lot of money on speeding tickets. So if you're ever coming through these little towns on your way to Mammoth, definitely pay attention to those speed limit signs, because they will get you. Like during Burning Man time, these places rack up tons of money on tickets. But it's an awesome little town. I wouldn't change anything about it except maybe get a better grocery store or a good restaurant. Let's take a little detour. Okay, there's a guy over here. He's got this orange Ford stepside F100, and I want it bad. Look at that thing. It's so good. This is my daughter's school, Delow Inyo Elementary. I would like to meet another neighbor with a with an e-bike. I did have another neighbor with an e-bike. He bought one of those mule, what are they called? Backhows. The backhow mule. That e-bike that's like built for hunters. It was pretty cool, but it felt more like just a big giant bicycle than anything else. I mean, but faster. I think that's why I like the Sur-Ron, because it's very unlike a bicycle feel. It feels more like a little motorcycle. And I grew up on motorcycles, so I really like this bike a lot. Man, so many American flags in this town. I'm not the flag flying type. But to each his own, right? That guy on the right with the Volkswagen Bug, his name's Animal. That's how he introduced himself to me. He said, "Hey, I'm Animal." I want to shout out EBMX. They built me a seat that really is so much of an improvement over the stock seat. That stock seat is like floss for your butt. It just wants to cut you in half. And they made me a seat that is much wider and a better firmness in the stock seat. Really comfortable. And their customer service is insane. They're so good. Nicest people. Always there to answer all your questions. And they got the seat to me pretty quick. It's custom built and, you know, custom colors and all that and material. So it was I was pretty surprised when it got to me as quick as it did. Shortcuts. Ooh, sandy whoops. Oh, jeez. Man. Oh, it's loose up here today. And another thing about this seat from EBMX, it's wider even in the front, so you can grab it with your knees when you're standing up on the bike, and it helps with stability. Pretty good. Oh, that EBMX seat. I'll show it to you real quick. My friends don't love it. A couple of my friends that have Sur-Rons, they don't love it because it's too wide. They think it's like they call it the old man seat. That's fine. Because every time we go riding, their butts are killing them, and I'm always fine. And yeah, I know it kind of takes away the sleekness of this bike, but whatever. It's a comfy seat. And that's my horn. I didn't like that little meep meep horn that was on it. So I got this thing and it sounds like a truck. And I built my headlight copying, Kane Built's headlight. And the reason I built my own, one, because it only cost me about $65 done, shipped and done. I just put it together myself. I basically, when I looked at theirs, I went on eBay and Amazon and found all the parts I needed to build exactly the same thing. The difference is I don't have Kane Built written on the top, and I have more options. I can go high beam, low beam. I've got the white halo, but I also have an amber halo, which looks pretty neat. Oh, jeez. Loud for a reason, because some people don't use their eyeballs. Got to use their earballs. So this is like the back side of our neighborhood. There's a house here called the Euler House. This one here. And this giant boulder, the person that built this house, he hired some local miners, some old school miner guys to come up here, and they literally dynamited that boulder out and made it into a swimming pool. It's really neat. I don't think it has like a filtration system or anything. It's just you fill it up. It's pretty big too. I don't know if you could tell on camera, but basically you just fill it up and the sun heats it. The sun keeps the rock hot. And then when it gets dirty, you just drain it. Start all over. And it's all groundwater. Snow melt fills it up. So everybody here is on a well. So all your water is, coming out and going back to the same place. It's pretty neat. Really bitchin' house. If you have a minute, look on, I think it's Netflix, you can find, it's a little documentary on it. It's called The Euler House. It's pretty neat. sweet home. That's not bad. That was a lot of riding. Let's see. Where are we? We're down. Oh, we're only down 2 bars. Oh, came into that corner a little hot.